over explaining, we need to be understood. We say things like, sorry, that was weird, or we really want the person to get our point of view. Why do we do that? And as well as the second part of this is the shaming of feminine expression, whether you're a man or a woman. There is that need to be understood, that need to communicate, and so much in our society is shamed around that. So, how do we break through that, and how do we come into healthy communication? What inspired this video was actually a reel that I saw on Instagram that was zooming into, there was this woman talking, and zooming in behind her, there was this girl writing a huge text, and to probably a guy. And it was kind of shaming that feminine expression. Yes, the feminine, especially women, we have this need to express rather than men are just, yeah, it's like a one word answer, you know? And there is that thing. However, it's also, have you noticed your need to express or to people please or to, you just want to be understood, okay? And that's common for men and women. Those, even those men that go like, yeah, just with those one word answers, when we feel something very deep and we feel our emotions fully, we need to express that. And that, I'm just saying men because that's a typical response. I was definitely in that place because for most of my life, I was just the masculine who would never write those long letters. I would be just the one with the one word answer, who would be avoiding conflict, who would be running away, who would be disconnecting rather than opening up and feeling. And really feeling and being able to give and receive that gift of openness, that gift of communication. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a dark side of that when we feel it's that people pleasing, when we need to be understood, we need to express our things. So checking in with yourself here where this is coming from, because especially people who write to me, I see that sometimes there is that need to be understood, and it's like, oh, what if I'm not? What if it's not safe? So just checking in your body. How does it feel when you're expressing yourself? If you are there, if you're in your feminine, you're writing these long explanations, or you're really spending the time and keep talking about something, does it come from this place of I need to be heard, I need to be understood, or does it come from I just want to share it, like I'm doing this for me? And this is a really important distinction here. Are you doing it to please the other person? Are you doing it so that like in the example of that girl, are you texting, giving him that long text so he doesn't leave you, so he understands your point? Is that coming from a fear of abandonment or a lack of some kind? Or is it coming from, this is what I want to share? So checking that in, and as well as for the men, or rather for the masculine, that disconnection or that shortness, is it coming from a place of I'm not comfortable expressing all of myself, I'm not comfortable being seen fully, I'm not comfortable with being vulnerable and being open? Or does it come from I'm just content and that's all I have right now? Because this is also very different. It's important to understand that distinction. I know for myself, when I was in my masculine, it wasn't from a healthy place. It wasn't a balanced masculine. It was from this defense of I don't like conflict. This is too messy. I don't want to deal with this. And it's because I wasn't open to my own expression. When we judge another person's expression, just like that reel, basically that's what it was doing. It was that shaming of that feminine expression. When we judge that in others, it's really a reflection of ourselves. Because the truth is that when we go into that shaming of the feminine expression, and that is basically what that reel did, that like, oh my god, like it was something like rest in peace brother, that it's, the guy has to deal with all of that. When we have that shame around that women later have to work through. There's so many women coaches that are working with women all about, clearing the throat and saying that you're not too much and it's okay to have healthy expression. But the reason that this is because how many parents just shut us down and say, no, you can't do that. You can't have that. Right now it's not appropriate to scream or to cry or to show your emotions. So we learned as a society, most of us have learned that it's not safe to express ourselves, it's not safe to speak, it's not safe to be vulnerable. So, really coming into that place of, can you honor that openness in another, and can you not get annoyed by it? Because I would definitely do that. I would, whenever somebody else would express themselves in like this long way, that would be so burdening and so heavy for me. This is why it was difficult for me to work with a particular kind of client at the very beginning, because I was like, oh my God, like that, it gets so lengthy. And it's because I wasn't open. I wasn't fully open to myself, so I couldn't be open for to work with other people. And this is why I didn't want to work with them, and I wasn't working with a specific group of people at the beginning, because you can only give that which you have. And if you do not see the beauty of your own inner child, if you do not love the radiance of your own feminine, of your own expression, I'm especially saying this for the men, especially saying this for women that are in their masculine, like I was for so long. If you can't love that within you, it's going to be so annoying outside of you. You're going to be judging that. It's going to be too much, because you have not embraced that fully in yourself. Because once you embrace that fully, you can't help but love it. Like, all you do is just, oh my God, this is amazing, this expression, another person. You're able to hold space for them. You're able to be present, that safe container for their emotions. And I'm not saying that this is a green light for the other person to just dump their emotions on you or their feelings. This is why I addressed that check at the beginning of, whenever you're expressing something, is it coming from that place of, I need to be heard, or is it coming, I'm just sharing, I don't care what your response is? And same with whenever you disconnect, where is that coming from? So just really tuning into yourself, and which one do you tend to go towards? Is it the overly expressive, or is it the shutting down and kind of stepping away? So let me know below, or DM me. I would love to hear, where are you with this on your path, because it is quite an interesting topic. And on this note, I am wishing you such a powerful day.